Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Wyld Young.
And I'm Eric Colley.
We are in for Charlie and Charlie today. Wish we were here with happier stories today, but some very serious news. Of course, you all may know an American Airlines passenger plane collided with a helicopter.
A Blackhawk military helicopter.
Late Wednesday night in Washington, D.C. We'll tell you all the details, give you an update. The victims have been identified, so we're getting a little bit of information about them. Also, Donald Trump is already kind of inserting himself into this and pointing blame.
Yeah, there's
somebody.
Blame.
We'll tell you who Donald Trump thinks is at fault. Also, the A$AP Rocky assault trial is underway here in Los Angeles. The big thing everybody was talking about all week since the trial started on Monday was, will Rihanna show up? Well, she did.
She did, and it's already overshadowed the trial, I think.
Yes, I think that's the thing that people are like, oh, give us all the details.
Yeah.
Tell you an update on the trial, but also tell you about Rihanna.
Yeah.
My new favorite beef. Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag. Montag. They are in an all-out feud right now with Andy Cohen.
Which feels a little bit one-sided. But
it is, but like, some people get their point.
Oh, yeah.
There's some bad words thrown around.
And what would Andy have to do to make it right?
What would he have to do? We'll tell you what Spencer said. All right. Wednesday night, late Wednesday evening, an American Airlines passenger plane collided with a Blackhawk military helicopter. In Washington, D.C., we know that there were 60 passengers on board, in addition to 4 crew members on the passenger plane, and then there were 3 Army soldiers on that military helicopter. Very, very sad situation. It collided, Eric, midair, and then the both vessels just dived into the river.
Potomac. Yeah, it was a big ball of fire. They are still recovering bodies and they're searching, but the assumption is no one survived this. Mm-hmm. And it's heartbreaking. We have video of a man at the airport. His wife had texted him 20 minutes before saying she was landing.
Sad. Yeah.
He was there to get her, and now she's gone. We know most of the passengers were figure skaters.
Mm-hmm.
It was Olympic figure skaters coming back from Wichita, Kansas.
Yes.
Were landing at Reagan Airport. We don't know exactly what caused this yet. There is audio out from the control tower.
Yep.
And they realized something was going wrong. This is some of the audio from that.
CRJ in flight. Pass 25, pass line to CRJ. I don't know if you caught earlier what happened, but there was a collision on the approach in the 3-3.
So if you guys couldn't make that out, here's what the control tower was trying to communicate. The control tower asks, Pat 25, do you have CRJ in sight? Pat 25 is the Blackhawk helicopter. CRJ, reference to the American Airlines passenger flight. They then instruct, so this is the control tower. The control tower then instructs the military helicopter to pass behind the aircraft. This all went down. This correspondence was about 30 seconds before the actual collision.
Right.
And that's kind of the question that everyone has now. It's like we know that there was a warning from the control tower, but the warning was so late that it almost seemed like it was impossible because as we hear and we can kind of see, it all happened within seconds.
So quickly.
Warning, and then there's a crash.
And you'd think that the helicopter, there's a lot of speculation at this point, that you would see the plane coming, that you know, because honestly, it seems like to try to do a midair collision like that with a helicopter and an airplane seems like it would actually be difficult.
Extremely.
Even landing as they're slowing down, those planes are going fast.
They're going quickly.
And to hit at that exact moment, I don't know. We don't know exactly what caused it yet.
What caused it, why it happened.
Why this happened, how is it just miscommunication? If you want to be sinister, was it deliberate? I don't think so. There's no indication of that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump on Truth Social is assigning some blame to the helicopter and the tower.
Mm-hmm.
He says the airplane was on a perfect and routine line of approach to the airport. The helicopter was going straight at the airplane for an extended period of time. It is a clear night. The lights on the plane were blazing. Why didn't the helicopter go up or down or turn? Why didn't the control tower tell the helicopter what to do instead of asking if they saw the plane? This is a bad situation that looks like it should have been prevented, not good. To kind of blaming the control tower, blaming the pilot of the helicopter. The thing I definitely agree with him on, this is a bad situation that should have been prevented, and it's not good.
Yeah.
We all can agree on that.
We can all agree on that. So I think it might be a little premature to assign blame kind of this early. It hasn't even been 12 hours yet. We're
I
still
know.
gathering information. Like we said, they've only recovered about 28 bodies so far. Haven't even recovered all the victims yet. So I think that at this point it might be a little early, but I think that as we'll see in the next couple of days, we need details on what happened. Like
Yeah.
we need an investigation, and someone needs to be held accountable.
You need to know
Yeah.
who was flying the helicopter.
Yep.
I think I believe and I might be wrong on this, but I think it was like a training exercise, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or-
so it was an annual kind of training exercise. So, and again, we don't know if that is an annual thing. You know how, like, if you work in certain, like, jobs, you might have to get, like, annual CPR training. Or
Right.
So we don't know if this was, like, just an annual kind of, like,
Routine thing.
routine kind of training, or whether it was a new trainee. All that information is still yet to come out.
And we do have video we just put up on the website of a man posted on X that just 6 days ago, he was flying out of Reagan, and he shot video on the takeoff of 2 helicopters flying beside his plane. And he filmed it because he goes, that seems kind of odd. They were
Dangerously
so close. It was
close.
a little,
Yeah.
like they were clearly like a safe enough distance away.
Mhm.
But he just thought it was odd to see 2
Yeah.
military helicopters by his plane. So
Mhm.
is this something that just goes on at Reagan? I don't know. We're going to find out more.
By the way, we are live on YouTube. So if you want to, leave us any comments and some thoughts and prayers, to the people over and all the victims affected, please do so.
Yeah, it's devastating.
All right. The A$AP Rocky assault trial is underway. If you guys don't know, A$AP Rocky, rapper, he's currently facing assault charges for allegedly shooting his friend,
ASAP Relly.
A$AP Relly. So if you don't know, there's a whole A$AP mob. There's A$AP Rocky, there's A$AP Relly, there's A$AP Ferg. There's a bunch of A$APs in the A$AP squad.
Yeah.
There was an altercation. Rocky is accused of shooting Relly.
Right. And now the text messages have come out. Relly's on the stand on the second day of it. Rocky responded to the text. He said, like, I tried to do what? Like you said, I tried to shoot you. And he says, I'm going to have to skip some words here.
All right.
Yeah, he's just trying. But Rocky's saying, like, you're trying to extort me, talking about I shot you. He goes, that's nonsense. And then he puts shot in quotes and calls Relly a weirdo. Rocky's attorney is saying that it was a prop gun that couldn't fire real bullets.
So what we've learned in the second day of this trial is that the exchanges, so A$AP Relly and A$AP Rocky clearly had a text exchange after the whole shooting incident, and A$AP Rocky is trying to be like, or at least in the text messages, is denying completely that he shot him. He's like, bro, I ain't shoot you. What are you talking about? A$AP Relly's like, you shot me. And he's like, no, I didn't.
Seems weird to me. If somebody I know shoots at me and, grazes me or whatever, I'm not going to be like texting them like, why'd you shoot me?
Why'd you shoot me? Why'd you shoot me, bro?
I don't know. That just seems like, I don't know.
So A$AP Rocky's team is setting up a defense that it was a prop gun. And honestly, Eric,
innocent until proven guilty. I don't know.
I thought about this last night. Why am I thinking about this at night? I don't know. It's what we do.
It's our
I
lives.
thought about this last night, and I'm like, that is honestly the smartest defense. Because, like, how can you prove it wasn't a prop gun?
Right.
Like, prove it.
Yeah, and if it's like, if there was a real bullet in it, it's like Alec Baldwin. Like, I didn't know.
And it's important to know, not important to know, but important for the trial is that their police went and attempted to recover, like, evidence at the scene. They did not recover the evidence. And then A$AP Relly himself went back to the scene and allegedly recovered, like, shell casings. And it's all like,
okay. I don't know how this is all going to play out. The thing I do know, Rihanna showed up.
Rihanna. So
let's get to the important thing.
Rihanna showed up Wednesday, and the only unfortunate thing about this is that we didn't see her going in.
I know. We know she wore a black coat. That could mean all kinds of things.
It's like Rihanna. Was it like a crop black coat? Was it a long trench coat? Was it a fluffy black coat? Like,
it was stylish,
oversized.
whatever it was.
So she went in kind of like through the back. A$AP still went in through the front, probably to try to distract the media and the press. I think she got it. She has to stroll in through the front doors. Like, if she wants to really show us support for her man.
Not just strolling through the front doors, have the front doors both open wide.
Open wide.
If she comes through with a wind machine. That's what we need, full video.
We expect to see Rihanna, like, physically with A$AP at some point, like walking in and strolling out. So
or bring back her floating platforms from the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
She just comes lowering in on a
in.
platform.
We'll have to see. I mean, honestly, I don't know how this trial will work out. It does seem, it seems a little, I don't want to say comical because someone was shot, but it seems a little.
Just the nature of it. It's like, what do you mean I shot you?
I shot you? No, I ain't shoot you.
No, you didn't.
Bruh. It was a prop gun. Like,
I don't know.
We'll have to see. Definitely one of my favorite cases of the year so far.
Yeah, because nobody died.
Nobody died.
Still serious.
No one got
If
Spencer-
Rocky shot at Relly, not good.
Not good. Very bad. You should not assault your friends with
But
deadly
everybody's
weapons.
okay. So, yeah,
Yes.
please don't.
Moving on. Some more beef. Spencer Pratt, Andy Cohen. So Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag, they recently came out and basically said they would never, ever do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills
No.
or any Bravo thing. And everyone was like, what's this beef? Eric,
Didn't even know there was beef. So Andy
didn't know.
Cohen, I guess, called Heidi Montag trash 15 years ago and has apologized for it.
Yeah,
It's
so
like I shouldn't have called her trash.
So way back in the day, and just to put it in perspective for a time, like the period of time we were in, it's about 15 years ago. This was the time when like the world was a little less sensitive.
Yeah,
Andy Cohen on his, I think it was like Watch What Happens
I
Live.
think so.
Basically, someone asked like, "Would you ever have Heidi Montag?" And he said, "I would rather." I think he said like,
Scratch his eyes out.
scratch his own eyeballs out than to see Heidi on a single Bravo show. And he's like, the entire network. No. Spencer and Heidi apparently still pissed off about it. They haven't gotten over it.
But they're willing to forgive.
They are willing to forgive under one condition.
Go ahead.
So we reached out to Spencer, and Spencer told us there's only one way he'd forgive Andy, and that is if Andy called and had a personal one-on-one with Heidi, and he apologized in person to Heidi Montag, not his apologies that he's done. So Andy has apologized for this numerous times.
Yeah.
He apologized for it some years ago, and he recently apologized just days ago because everyone has been talking about this, and he's like, I actually feel really bad. Let's listen to Andy's apology.
I had said something on Watch What Happens Live years
I know
ago.
what you said. You said I'd rather
And-
claw my eyes out.
Well, then I realized that I did apologize for this on Andy Cohen Live several years ago. I apologized. So what I will say also is that was mean. That was 14 years ago. And what I really don't like about it is referring to her as trash. That is, do not, that makes me, I don't like that at all. And I'm really sorry about that.
Well, don't forget, also Spencer did say there's one other thing Andy could do to get back in their good graces. He said he could post a video of himself, Andy, dancing to Heidi's song, I'll Do It.
I do it.
I understand, and wow, you know all the words, at least
I know.
anyway.
It's really popular on TikTok.
I could understand Andy Cohen feeling bad about calling her trash. That's a little aggressive.
It's a little.
I think Spencer's maybe overestimating how sorry Andy is. I don't think feeling bad you called someone trash doesn't mean you want to do a Bravo spinoff show about
A whole invite them onto the network. I think that like Spencer being like, we would never do a Bravo show is like,
unless,
you do all of
because
these
I'm pretty
things.
sure there are all kinds of ways Spencer and Heidi would do a Bravo show.
Yeah, they can make it happen. I wish they would. I wish they would kind of resolve this. I do want to see Heidi and Spencer on a reality show though, and I think if Bravo, Andy were smart, they'd fire up the cameras and get it going. Like we do, we want to see them on reality TV again. I don't think that Bravo needs Spencer and Heidi though. Like Bravo's doing well. Andy's
Spencer and
doing
Heidi
well.
need Bravo more than Bravo needs them, but it could benefit both.
It could
It
benefit.
definitely could, because people are interested in what Heidi and Spencer do. Even if you're like, oh, I don't care about them, I hate them,
Mhm.
you still have a strong feeling.
Yep. Oh,
they,
no.
they provoke a reaction one way or another.
Uh-huh.
And that's what Bravo wants. Because I don't watch The Housewives, but everybody here does.
Mhm,
And everything I'm hearing, they're saying the Housewives are boring because none of them are these big personalities. They're
Yeah,
not getting in
no.
fights. They're
We
all
need
trying to
some
be
mess.
friends.
Yep.
They need some chaos and controversy.
Mhm.
And Heidi and Spencer will bring that.
Oof. For sure.
Yes, they will.
All right, let's get out. Whew. Let's read out some of your comments. Thank you guys for dropping your comments. Of course, we're live on YouTube every day, 7:30. Of course, we started talking about the plane crash today. Very sad, very tragic situation. On that, Justin said, it's crazy waking up to tragedy. Coming here in the East while already dealing with tragedy in the West. Praying for America right now. 2025 is really trying us so far. And honestly, Justin, retweet.
Yeah, like we are not even a full month into this
No.
year yet.
It has been a very, very tough 2025.
I mean, it started with the terrorist attack in New Orleans, and then the Cybertruck, and then all the drama with the inauguration, and just the chaos that's going to bring either way. The fires in California, it's been 3 weeks, y'all.
Yeah. Just,
Like, what is happening?
Please slow down 2025.
Yeah.
Louisa said the U.S. figure skating team has confirmed that members of their skating community were on board. You're right. We haven't gotten the names of those victims yet, but they have confirmed that there were several members of that skating team.
We do know one person that posted, sadly, his last post was from inside the plane. He's just shot a picture of the wing that he was taking off. So we do know some of the people. Nancy says, blame is on the military helicopter, always is. I don't know always is means, but yeah, the helicopter hit the plane. I don't think the pilots of the plane,
even
if they saw it, there's nothing they could have done at that point.
Yeah. On Spencer and Andy Cohen, the beef, Eminem said, did he personally apologize to her or publicly to the media?
It's publicly to the media.
It was publicly to the media, Eminem. So I kind of get Spencer's point of being like,
I don't know. That sounds like, Andy's just trying to like grandstand with it. I think he was just like asked about a regret. And he's like, I regret calling her trash. I don't think that's like a big attention-seeking kind of public apology. It's just, I was wrong to do that.
I do get that, but he also publicly trashed her. So can he just offer a public apology?
That's what I figure.
But he probably thought the same thing. Girl, I'm sorry.
And also, we know Heidi and Spencer heard the apology.
Right, clearly. Okay,
they
right.
heard it.
Jen said, you all are doing a great job, and I agree. Thanks, Jen. Heidi and Spencer would make a great reality show. TikTok, make it happen. Make it happen, TikTok. Honestly, I don't know why. I mean, I know they're dealing with some things. They lost a home.
They did, but they've been very online about that. Spencer is unapologetic about, I'm trying to make money.
Yeah, I wonder if they can just like flip their phone to like landscape mode and
do a reality show on TikTok about their recovery.
Or like YouTube.
Yeah, people will watch that. And if that gets enough viewers, if you still want to go to Bravo, you can be like, look at all the subscribers, all the people watching this, make this a show.
Package it up, give it a show. All right, a miscellaneous comment here from our girl Louisa. Louisa said, finally watching a live show. Been listening for years. Thank you, Louisa. Yes, the TMZ podcast is also available on podcast platforms, y'all. It's a podcast. But of course, you can watch it live.
Right. And it depends where, I don't know where Louisa is, because, on the West Coast, it's early in the morning here. So I understand if you aren't quite awake yet on the West Coast.
Yeah. We're at 7:30 Pacific time. But if you're on the East Coast, you get it at
10:30.
10:30. Come on. While you're like at work.
That's like late
turn
afternoon
on it
for
at
us.
YouTube. Wherever you're like hanging out with the kids. Do whatever. Just turn this on.
That's right.
Thanks a lot for joining me, Eric.
Yeah, I wish it was a happier story.
Of course.
It was good to be here.
All right, we'll get all the details and we'll see you guys here tomorrow.